In 2008, while millions of hardworking families were packing their entire lives into cardboard boxes, the top 1% went on the greatest shopping spree in human history. Here's the terrifying, uncomfortable truth your financial advisor is too scared to tell you. Economic crashes do not destroy wealth. They simply transfer it. The money didn't vaporize into thin air. It just changed hands. When the news flashes red and the word recession starts trending, your brain enters a biological lockdown. Let's call it the scarcity crouch. You hoard your cash. You cancel your subscriptions. You sit in your cubicle at your $72,000 a year marketing job in Denver, keeping your head down, praying you don't get tapped on the shoulder by HR. But here is the sick joke. While you are busy playing defense, building a fragile financial bunker out of coupons and anxiety, the wealthy are playing offense. They know the economy isn't a natural disaster. It's a breathing organism. And when it exhales cheap assets. You've been conditioned to view a market crash as a tragedy. The elite view it as Black Friday. To understand why you are losing, you have to understand the vacuum chamber. Think of a crashing economy as a massive industrial vacuum. When the market drops 30%, it sucks the liquidity, the panic, and the underpriced assets right out of the middle class's trembling hands. If you are just hoarding cash in a standard savings account, the vacuum is silently sucking the purchasing power right out of it. Let's look at the mathematical reality. Let's say Sarah panics. She watches the market dip, pulls her $40,000 life savings out, and buries it in a checking account to keep it safe. Over the next 5 years, with an average inflation rate of just 4%, that vacuum literally vaporizes over $8,500 of her purchasing power. She lost a massive chunk of her life's work by doing absolutely nothing. By trying to be safe, she guaranteed her own destruction. And you need to ask yourself who is waiting at the end of that vacuum hose. Institutional investors, megabanks, Wall Street. The financial media cycle is perfectly calibrated to induce your panic because your fear is highly profitable. They blast the alarm bells, print the terrifying headlines, and whip you into a frenzy. Why? They need you to sell your stocks at the absolute bottom. They need you to default on your mortgage so they can scoop up your property for pennies on the dollar. You are not a victim of a bad economy. You are the involuntary liquidity provider for their next yacht. So how do you stop being the prey? You stop hoarding dead cash, and you aggressively acquire the 3 invisible assets that actually multiply in value when the sky is falling. Asset number 1, the micro-monopoly skill set. I am not talking about a college degree or a fancy job title. I mean a singular, hyper-specific skill that businesses desperately need to survive a downturn. When a company is bleeding cash, they ruthlessly fire the generic middle managers. They do not fire the person who knows how to optimize their ad spend to bring in immediate, trackable daily revenue. You must become the revenue-generating bottleneck. Asset number 2, portable trust. In a booming economy, people will buy garbage from strangers. In a recession, their wallets snap shut and they only buy from people they deeply trust. An engaged email list, a dedicated community, a bulletproof reputation for delivering results. Attention is the new oil, but trust is the refinery. When you own the audience, you own the distribution channel. You completely bypass the crashing traditional economy because you have direct access to your own private market. Asset number 3, the sniper's reserve. This is not your standard emergency fund that slowly bleeds to inflation. This is dry powder. Capital strategically parked in short-term T-bills or high-yield vehicles, explicitly weaponized for the crash. You do not hold this cash to pay for groceries. You hold this cash to ruthlessly buy high-quality index funds, real estate, or distressed digital businesses when everyone else is forced to liquidate. A crash is coming. It always is. The only question is whether you will be the one selling your future in a panic or the one buying it at a massive discount. Stop building bunkers. Start building vacuums. If you want to know exactly how to build that micro-monopoly skill set in the next 90 days, even if you are exhausted and working 50 hours a week, check out the next video right now where I break down the exact blueprint. See you in there.